morning, kia ora, dzień dobry. Welcome to Wellsday, your favorite day of the week. My name is Michał, and today with us is Przemek from Health Desk. Good morning, Przemek. What's your background now?
Good morning. Hola. Dzień dobry. Sawadika. Bonjour. Today I'm in Madrid, so I've changed my background to Madrid. Beautiful city in Western Europe. I strongly encourage you to visit. It's super hot in Madrid right now, but it's so beautiful that it doesn't matter. Just go and see and experience for yourself.
Oh, if only. So jealous. Well, I'm still in cold New Zealand, Auckland. We just got 6 degrees Celsius, so
Wow.
it's quite cold. But hey, we're not here to talk about the weather. We're here to talk about Wellsday, and we're here to talk about the summary of July. So for those of you who don't know us, let us introduce ourselves very quickly. I'm going to start. So my name is Michał. I'm originally from Poland. I have almost 20 years of experience in HR and L&D project and change management. I moved to New Zealand 6 years ago, and now I'm head of learning and development in Sudima Hotels and HRNZ Auckland branch president. And my mission is to make learning accessible. And with HRNZ, we shape HR profession in, call it Aotearoa, which is New Zealand. Przemek, over to you.
My name is Przemek Jaczewski, and I'm a business strategist, well-being strategist, and CEO of Health Desk. I've also got 18 plus years of experience right now that I gathered while working in international companies like L'Oreal, like CDC. So right now it's Maspex, which is the leading company for the soft drinks in Europe. And I also used to work for the Middle East, or Israel and Palestine in a region in the energy drinks category. For the last 3 years, I've been living in Southeast Asia. Yes, and also my mission is teaching people of having a better lifestyle, life balance, and overall well-being on a daily basis.
Awesome, thank you. Also, today we'll be talking about July and the summary of the month, our monthly wrap-up. Would you like to start with your key points or key thoughts of the month?
Yeah, if I have to.
Done.
I've usually we have 3 points each month, but this month I've got 2. 2 points can be taken into one, so I've got 2. Because usually July in Europe is mainly, as we said last month, cucumber season, so sezon ogórkowy. This is the season that most of the people go for the summer holidays, and it's quite an intensive habit. So major of companies are like half empty. So there are 2 things that happened that had an impactful influence on the market. The first one was the claim from the Intel and Unilever. Unilever, you probably know because you're buying their products every day on daily basis. This is the company from the FMCG, so fast-moving consumer goods sector. And they declared that they're gonna to fire 15,000 people. Around 3,200 employees from Europe. So this is a huge impact on the employment market. Remember that if somebody loses a job, it's considered as usually multiplies by 4. So the people from your area are affected by your unemployment or being fired. So 15,000 multiple 4, it's 60,000 affected people all around. This is huge. And the second news from also layoff category is Intel. Intel is gonna fire also 15,000 people, which stands for their 15% of the total workforce. For Unilever, as far as I read, was 33%, so 1/3 of their workforce. in Intel, this is due to the failed architecture of their recent processors, or microchips, Intel generation 13 and 14, because they've been hiding the malfunction in the construction of the chipsets, and covering up all the facts that reappeared on the surface in the mainstream media. So yeah, there's a huge topic. You can Google it, Intel failure and chipsets from the generation 13th and 14th. So it will result to cut the costs in reducing the number of workforce by 15%. That is 15,000 people again. So another like 60,000 people affected altogether only in 1 month. So it's altogether 30,000 employees and 120,000 people affected. This is huge. This is huge, and this is what we were talking about since March. That the market trends are changing to the employer of the. I mean, to the market of the employer. And the benefits you are having right now will change. The remuneration package that you are having right now will also change. And you must be prepared economically and mentally and physically for the big moves on the job market. So you must, if you had any kind of debt, you must lessen your debt, decrease it, and secure your job position. And this will be hard because with such a scale of layoffs on the market, you will have a lot of competition. And people who are deep in debt, they will be lowering their expectations just to hold a position or to get for example, to get the position available on the market. So this will be hard time. We know it with Michał from 2007, 2009 from the European market. But for some of you, this may be very, very new, and this will be harsh, and this will be painful as well. So this is my first point, and then my second point was the grand opening of the Olympics ceremony, and huge fail on mockery on the Last Supper event. I mean, from the Bible, that was perceived by the Catholics and Christian, which are 1.3 billion worldwide, as an attack on their faith and on their religion. And it brought some. It was connected with the woke agenda, diversity, so-called diversity, but instead of going into the inclusion kind of building an inclusive communication, it caused the opposite effect, and people felt excluded and attacked. So
nothing to do with sports, right? So
yeah, nothing to do with sports. There were a huge number of symbolism used in the opening ceremony, but we decided with Michał that we will focus on this topic on the separate material because we want to analyze it in comparison to the workplace, which haven't been done by anyone before, and there can be gathered some meaningful conclusions from this kind of analysis. So we will just move it to the another time, maybe next week.
Yeah, we'll record the next video and talk about it in more details. Yeah, no, cool, thank you. And I think
what are yours?
I'll talk about mine. Just a quick note. We talked about the massive layoffs, and this is one of our entries. And I think that if you haven't seen it, you can watch it on YouTube as well. And we discuss of people who are entering or are in the workforce right now that might will find themselves in a difficult position. So we also share some thoughts there. So make sure you watch that. My key highlights for the month of July are actually the 3 events that I've attended. So number one is the HR and L&D Tech Fest. It was in Auckland 2 weeks ago, almost I think a week ago. A lot of good speakers, a lot of good insights. AI, of course, is the big topic, but there are key things.
As we predicted in January.
Of course, we were good about predictions. But there are a couple of or several people I want to mention here is number one, Miraka Davis, very enlightening presentation without a PowerPoint, just talking. She was a keynote speaker and talk about learning Te Reo Maori in a very different way that I've seen before. Very encouraging, very engaging, opening discussion and explaining things. Truly awesome. Then Justin Flitter, that was about AI. I've learned about digital twins and something and other tools. And I've learned about Reed AI. This is Reed Hoffman created his digital twin and did the interview, which is really interesting. And we got Brooke from Shares, he's talking about legacy. Raina Bogdanovic talking about EAP services and different take on EAP services. So this is well-being, connected to well-being. And last one was Sir John Kerwin, former All Black, talking about mental health. He's done the revolution in New Zealand and many years ago about talking and normalizing conversations about mental health, especially among men. So he's dots and dats. So do one thing and do another thing. That was a key highlight. It was really, really awesome presentation. So if you haven't seen Sir John Kerwin, Google his work. Is really truly awesome. That's number one. Number two was the Gallup State of the Global Workforce Report. That was the event that we did with HRNZ and Nick Everett from IML, Patricia Howard from Gallup, and that was moderated, and our MC was Juan Lara from Gallup as well. And this is where we discussed what's in the report, and key things interesting was that there is a significant gap in the engagement levels between managers and individual contributors. So 31% versus 19%. Managers more engaged, same level or similar level of stress, which was quite interesting for me. But also the key insight from it for the discussion was that people still wants and needs regular, meaningful feedback from their manager. Nothing has changed, but nothing has really improved significantly over the years. So this still remains a key focus for us is in HR L&D space to make sure that managers know how to do it and do it on a regular basis. So that's number two. And quick number three here, HRNZ DEI Summit. So that was online summit about diversity, equity, inclusion, belonging. And it was a lot of good materials there, but what was super interesting for me was challenging why we're using words woman leadership. So we do leadership programs, why we need to have woman leadership. Do we need to have men leadership? No, we need to have men allyship. So how we name it, how we frame it, very interesting discussion. And I believe that was Dr. Amanda Sterling, but I'm not sure right now, who raised that, and very good responses. Really enjoyed the whole day. And what was really, really funny for me, finally, I've said it a couple of years ago, and I was considered a weirdo, and people looked on me, they gave me the look. But now there's more and more voices about diversity in HR, and it's actually dominated by females, which is true. And we start hearing the voices saying we need more men in HR. If we're talking about diversity, we need to start with HR as well to make sure that we bring diversity or equity, whatever it is. But we can't just say women into construction, women into technical jobs, and talking about men leadership skills. Now we need to start a little bit different conversation. So interesting for me to see these conversations happening and actually people being open to those conversations. So there you go. That's my 3 key things. And I think if anyone's interested to learning more about those, I'd say Google the TechFest, the global state of the global workforce report, and HRNZ DEI summit, as well as materials. and recordings, so you can learn more about those topics.
That's well said. Guys, this was the recap of top highlights of July 2024. If you would like to see other recaps of other months since the beginning of the year, please look for the other materials on our channel, Wellsday. And for now, we thank you for being with us on today. And remember to give us a thumb up, to subscribe, and to share this material with your friends and colleagues to make a world a better place, which is our aim. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Have a great day.
Bye-bye.
See ya.